He's had a, he's seen a quality of life that he's been able to live that I think will give him great motivation to have that moving forward. And he's an amazing kid. I thought that was about as bad as he's played the first half. His son was here, all his family. The guys were trying too hard, played tight. And then down the stretch, second half, he kind of got out of that stubbornness mode and just started playing, and he was terrific down the stretch, as was Devontae and Gerald. I thought all three of those guys were great down the stretch.
You gave him National Player of the Year tonight, I noticed.
Well, everybody's got to stand up for their guys, don't they? I would think, there's, Blair, you know better than me, but there's probably 5 to 7 National Player of the Year deals. And, everybody talks about the Nate Smith or the Wooden Award, but there's some other ones too. And I would hope that he can at least get one of them, and I think he'd have a great chance to.
Bill Avery was a slow start. The first 30 minutes, number one ranking.
Yeah, I think we were just tight. I thought we played really tight. We actually guarded pretty good. They shot 25% at the half, and how about that? They shoot 25% and we shoot 15 free throws. You'd think that we'd be up at least 10 or 15, and the score's tied. And halftime talk was so good, we go from being tied to down 12. And then for whatever reason, the lid came off. But I thought our defensive pressure down the stretch was good. I wish we could pressure like that all the time. You can't play in that many minutes, but we certainly picked our spots and really guarded down the stretch.
Coach, how do you best characterize these seniors?
I class, winners, brothers. They all come from different backgrounds, obviously, but I think they see each other, totally the same. It's a good, every year, the seniors are special, obviously, but this is an extra special group.
As a father, what's it like seeing your son out there, for senior night and stuff?
That was great. I wish we'd have played better early, so we could have kept him out there a little bit longer. But I actually thought he did pretty good, but it's great. It's been a great run. Landon's been here 5, Frank's been here 4, but Tyler's been here 14, and so he's been able to see and touch all the guys coming through here, and had a lot of good role models that came before him, and to see him be a part of it, it's pretty special. He's they're all good kids, but he's obviously a good kid, and it's great to see how he's grown.
After the West Virginia deal, you hoped that, we won't face longer odds than that. Did that come into play at all tonight?
I thought I told our guys that we're running out of time. These guys are confident, but I think they think that whatever the situation, they can flip the switch, which is a bad trait. And, you get behind like this in a game that really matters, you may not and probably can't. The percentage play is that you probably wouldn't, but the way OU was playing so well and in control, and they were kicking our butt on the glass there for a stretch. I didn't, and Josh had probably his worst game of the year maybe, and he hadn't had very many, but he certainly wasn't himself tonight, and the ball just didn't go in the basket. And we didn't have much going at all, but defense sparked it, and then we could run and transition, and when we ran, we were pretty good.
What does it say about this team's offensive explosiveness that when you guys played the first 30 minutes, you were able to follow that up with the 10 for 10?
Is that what we were, 10 for 10 down the stretch? I don't know. It tells you we can score points in spurts, but if we were 10 for 10, then we were really shooting it miserably to start the second half, and that's about as poor as I think we played. Just throw the ball away, give it to them. Seemed like we missed every free throw. We had a chance to have some momentum, but then LeGerald and Devontae, God, the way they shot the ball down the stretch, they were probably 4 of 5 or something like that. They're late, and then Frank kind of took over.
Bill, watching Tyler grow up and now move on, does it put in perspective maybe all the memories you two have shared around this program?
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it like that, but we will. We'll talk about it, I'm sure. There'll be a lot of things that he'll remember that I won't, and probably a lot of things I'll remember that he didn't think was a big deal. But yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed coaching all my years here, without question. But I really enjoyed the last 5 years more because I get a chance to be around him every day. And every parent probably wishes they could spend more time with their kids growing up, and while they're chasing the carrot, and I certainly chased it, and you can't get time back, but certainly it makes it that more special when you can get quite a bit of time, because my time with him was later in his life, whereas most fathers probably time with them when they're younger. So it's not an even trade, but certainly I'll take it.
You don't throw out that toughness label lightly, but instead Frank's the toughest.
Yeah, you guys know he is too. I mean, Landon smiles and doesn't act it, but Landon he's a tough dude, man. And there's been a lot of times where little things, you don't have to trap the post late game because he's the best wall-up defender there is, and he's a good rebounder, but it seemed like at game point he becomes a great rebounder. He does a lot of things to give your team a chance to win, and I think it goes without saying how tough Frank is. I mean, we're not always going to play well, but usually, at game point, these guys compete about as hard as anybody I've had.
Wasn't much on the line, no Big 12 stuff, none of that. What's it say about your guys that when they did get down like that, they dug in like everything was on
Well,
the
first
line?
of all, it says that we can definitely not be very good, which is a negative. But since tonight is senior night, we're going to dwell strictly on the positives. I think it does say that the guys are pretty poised late game and believe no matter what the situation is, they can figure out a way.
Anything else? Thank you.